Okay, so to start off, I wanted to go through this drawer here and this drawer here. They're mainly all my eyeshadow palettes and face palettes, but I wanted to tackle these first because I just have a lot of them, and that's really going to depend on where everything else can go. So I guess we'll start with this one. I'm going to kind of show you what I have, what it looks like, where I got it, and then we'll go from there and sort them, and then we'll put them all back in. Yeah, so this one here is new from Morphe. I have this one. See, Morphe. I have the new Jaclyn Hill palette that I haven't touched. I have this here Norvina palette. Looks like that. I have the Sweet Talk palette from ColourPop. The Pure and Barbie collection. The Urban Decay Born to Run. We have Dream Street, also by ColourPop. I'm just kind of sorting them down here underneath. Alamar Cosmetics, BH Cosmetics. This one's still in its case. I've used it though. BH Cosmetics. We have Crown. This one here I got in a BoxyCharm, so this one I didn't pay for, and I really haven't used it that much, so I don't know if I'm gonna keep it or not. But that one. I'm going to do all that in another video though. This one from Ace Beauty. I also got this in a BoxyCharm. This one I also got in a BoxyCharm from Pretty Vulgar. This one here is also from a BoxyCharm. A lot of these are. This one's from Pure. Looks like that. It's got blushes on the one side, eyeshadows on the other, and then like a little mirror. This one also came in a BoxyCharm. It's from Pure. My Francation palette. I love this palette. Too Faced palette. I think I got this at Marshall's. It's one of the chocolate bars. It's the semi-sweet one. Looks like that. ColourPop palettes. I have the Mar palette. And then I have also the Soul. And I'm not recording. So then we have the Soul and the Mar palette from ColourPop. I have both of those. I have the Wet n Wild Pac-Man palette, which is in the worst packaging ever, but it's cute, so looks like that. I've never used it, but I own it. I have the Kylie palette in, I don't know, it doesn't say which one this is. I don't know which one it says. It's the one in the blue, though. Looks like that. We have, this also came in a BoxyCharm, Laura Lee, Party Animal. Have this e.l.f. palette. And this one here as well. This one's like all shimmery shadows. I also have this palette here. It's unique. I've never used it, but I don't know. They're pretty colors, so I mean, they swatch really nice. Like, really nice. So, I'm not going to get rid of it, but I have the Kylie Bible palette from BH Cosmetics, the deluxe edition. I think there's two different ones of these. Take Me Back to Brazil. Oh. Colorful palette. I have this palette from Milani that I think I barely ever used, if I ever used it. I have all of the Jaclyn Hill Vault collection. This one is Bling Boss. We have this one here in Armed and Gorgeous. This one here is Dark Magic, I believe. And this one here is my favorite one, and Ring the Alarm. All of. And then up here, I also have the Just a Color Sassy Sienna's palette. Just like that. I have all of my Anastasia palettes up here. So we have Carly Bible. I collect these. Alyssa Edwards. Sultry. I forget what this palette's called. Jackie Aina. Riviera. Subculture. Norvina Modern Renaissance, and Soft Glam. So I have all this. Then I also have this little thing that has a bunch of these little guys in it that I keep in there. They're like glitter liners and shadows. This is like the Warrior Glitter Shadow from Flower. One of the Stila Shadows in Kitten Karma. This I got in, I believe, a BoxyCharm. This here is Urban Decay Heavy Metal in Disco Daydream. I have this here little NYX glitter liner, Flower Beauty Warrior Shadow, another Stila Shadow in Smoldering Satin, another Stila Shadow in Tulip Twinkle, and then another little NYX eyeliner. Also have this here, Cover FX glitter drops. I don't think I've ever used those, not one time. And this little guy, don't know what it is or where it came from. I think I got it in a BoxyCharm. Let's put all those back in there. And then just my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer is in there for now. So those. Now I'm going to go through this drawer here and see what we have in this drawer. So we got this drawer here. First off, the top, the 39L Hit the Lights palette. This palette is so pretty. I love it. That one. The Norvina collection palettes. If I can get them. They're so hard to get opened. This is the blue one. And then we have this one here is the purple one. Looks like that. Then I have the Morphe, the purple one, I forget what it's called. Oh, the 39S palette. I have that one. I have the Morphe 350 or 3503, I don't know. This one here, it's also really pretty. I have the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. Jeffree Star and Morphe palette. We have, this is my first ever Morphe palette in one of the shades, I believe, and this is Broken. Let's see, this little guy over here. He falls out all the time. He just needs glued back in. It fell out, but it's one of my favorite shades in the palette. I have this one here. Oop. Get in the spot. There we go. I have the original Jaclyn Hill palette. Looks like this. And then we have the James Charles palette. These are most of my Morphe palettes. That one. And then, okay, so then we have, this is face. All of these are face palettes, so I don't want to pull those out. This is a face palette that I don't really need the box for. It's face, 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 face. It's face. Okay, so the rest of these I think are face palettes. Yeah. So all of these last palettes are face palettes, so I'll sort them to the side. I'll show you what I have. I have the Diamond and Blush Natasha Denona palette. Shade and Light Contour palette by Kat Von D. Yep. Looks like that. The Anastasia Contour Kit. This one's a highlighting palette by Milani. Ofra highlighting palette. I love this. I forgot I even had it. It has, it's the Naked Tutorials trio. It has Space Baby, Glazed Donut, and Glow Gold in it. I love this palette. But I have the Becca face palette from the holidays this year, and it has the big champagne pop in it. I also have the Too Faced Cocoa Contour palette. I have the Cover FX palette. It's like that. This one I think I got in a BoxyCharm actually. I'm not sure, but I think so. I have the BH Cosmetics Blushing in Bali palette. I have the Pac-Man blush palette, which is broken, which really sucks, but I have it. I have the Natural Face Too Faced palette, the Anastasia Glow Kit. I have this here Butter Collection palette. That has the perfume in it, and it's got 2 highlighters, a blush, and a bronzer in it. And then I have this Naked Skin. Oh, that is apparently broken and just broke all over that. So this I guess we could probably definitely get rid of because I barely ever use this, and the fact that it's like broken and just from being in my drawer is kind of crazy. I have that, and it like opens up on both sides. So I have that. I mean, that looks so much better than it did, so it's much better. Now we're going to tackle this drawer, what I'm going to put in this drawer. I also forgot to mention 2 other palettes that I can actually now put in. The Nicole Guerrero Anastasia palette. I just got this. So this needs to get a home with the base palettes. And then the Tarteist Pro Remix. This was on like crazy sale. It was like I got it for like $3, so I had to pick this up. It's like 90% off. Looks like that. Again, I'm not a huge fan of Tarte shadows, but it was on a good sale, so let's just put this in here. Like on this. And just be like that. Perfect. Alright, and then now we're going to tackle all the big palettes. I kind of have all those left. I forgot to mention I also have 2 palettes over here in this little drawer thing. It's, oh my gosh, they are dusty. The Conspiracy palette by Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. I have that. And I also have the Blue Blood palette here. These are just so bulky. I mean, they're really cute, but they're really bulky. So for now, they're just sitting over there in that dirty drawer that needs cleaned out. Alright, so I guess we'll put down here, we'll put the Morphe palettes now. Let me back you guys up so you can see a little bit better, maybe. Okay, sorry if the frame changed. We have to go through. Hold on. So now I have to go through and put everything back in. So if the frame changed, I'm sorry. I'm going to put the Morphe palettes first because they're always so big. So I'll do the 3 bigger ones in the back. They don't fit like that, so I have to put them in like this. I'm going to turn my phone off. Sorry, it's literally going nuts. You put those in like that, and then I'll put the smaller ones, which put these 2 together. And I have this one. And then the OG and Jeffree Star. So that's all of the Morphe palettes in there. And then we have all 3 of these need to go in. They're not going to sit. There we go. Those sit up in the front corner there. And then I just feel like I don't have enough space to put all the face palettes in here too. I should really do a declutter, but I'm not going to. Okay, so these are there. And then we'll put, I guess I'll put the face palettes here on like the edge. There we go. Hopefully. I'm going to put the face palettes here on the edge. So we have 2 Anastasia glow kits. I'm going to put these together for sure, but this one can't sit up straight, so it's going to have to lean. We have the Physicians Formula. I don't really use that much, so I'm going to put that towards the back. The Cocoa Contour I don't use often. I want this up in the front. I want the ones that I'm going to use or need to use up in the front. The Too Faced palette I want in the front. The Becca palette I would like in the front. Things that I don't really use. These two I don't use that often, so I don't care if they go in the back. Shading Light I don't really use that often either. This, I'm keeping this for now because I'm going to do a declutter soon, but just know I don't like it and it's not being kept for reasons to use. These, I might move these to the highlight drawer because they're not, that's for another time, but they're not that big, so I can move those. These two here I'm going to keep in the front because I'd like to use. They're going to have to stack on top of there. And this one here just needs to go in there, which is another thing I'd probably declutter if I was doing a declutter right now, but I have attachment issues, so that's not happening. So this is what the first drawer looks like. Everything's neat and organized. We have all my Anastasia palettes, all of my Jaclyn Hill, the Francation, and the Too Faced, and then a few other ones up here. We have the little tiny Sassy Santas and e.l.f. palettes, some Beach Cosmetics back here that I don't use too often, and then all of like the Buckley Charm, the ColourPop palettes are in here as well. And then in this drawer here we have all my big palettes. So all of this back here is Morphe stacked up. These are all palettes I don't use too often but still like. The Shade and Light, the Physicians Formula, Too Faced, Anastasia, Cover FX, and then all the newer palettes that I'd like to start using more up here, as well as the Jawbreaker and the Norvina palettes.